September is stacked once again with a ton of farming life sim games. If you weren't around for last year, we had a ton of farming games that released in September of 2023, and that seems to be the case this year again. But these games are all very unique in my opinion, and I'm going to go into depth on all of these games in order to help you decide which game you want to continue looking into and to figure out which game is the best purchase for you. Now, please note, I have not played these games yet. I might have played a demo or a beta of these games, but I am making this video prior to the games releasing, as I want this video to be more of a guide, and therefore this video is not a review at all, but rather a guide to tell you everything you need to know about these farming games, life sim games, to help you make a decision on which game is right for you, and I hope this video will help you do that. If I could not find the price of the game, then I will link that in the description once I do find out, but because these games haven't released yet, they often don't tell you what the price of the game is going to be until it actually releases, like the day of, or sometimes it tells you the day before. If I don't know what it is, I don't know what it is. So starting in order of release date, I'm going to start with Critter Cove. This game is going to be in early access on Steam only. There is currently a demo out right now for Critter Cove if you want to check it out, and I've heard that the demo save rolls over into your main save, which is really cool, so definitely check that out if you want to get a taste of this game. This game is really cool. I've played the beta of this game a while back, but I haven't checked out the demo or any new gameplay, but I do plan to play this game and I'm very excited. I'm also hosting a giveaway to give away 3 keys to the game, so thank you Critter Cove for providing those. The giveaway will end on the day of release, so check the pinned comment on this video and check my description if you want to enter that so you can play the game right away, and I'm super excited. So yes, this game is releasing on September 10th, and I do not know the price point. I was looking in their Discord and it looks like people are guessing it will be a decent price, around $20, maybe less, maybe more, I don't know. I don't think any of the games in this video will be more than like $40. I think that's a high price point for any of these, but I feel like they'll all range from maybe like $13 lowest, lowballing, to like $30, $40. That's my guess. So what is the story of Critter Cove? Critter Cove is a deep open world life sim, and it's a town building game, and this is set in a cozy post-apocalyptic paradise. In this game, you're going to restore an old town, sail across a mysterious archipelago, hunt relics, and farm, fish, and craft everything that you need. Can you help turn Critter Cove into a thriving tourist town once again? Critter Cove is a combination of a life sim and a town builder, and there is a lot of crafting and building things. It's a bit inspired by Animal Crossing, elements of Stardew Valley. I even remember them talking about it being inspired by Wind Waker, which was a Zelda game. I think that's pretty cool. They have some cool inspirations. This game definitely stands out, as you can play as basically any type of critter you want, or you can play as a human, which is really cool. Yeah, this game is going to have a lot of freedom and choice. So that's kind of what the game's premise is. Now, what is the game style? What are some of the mechanics of this game? What to expect? So in this game, there's no multiplayer at this time, which did surprise me. You know, this is early access, so hopefully they can develop that in some way later on. I think this would be a perfect game for multiplayer and co-op. Like I said before, you can play as a human or an animal or a mix of both. You can really do a lot with their character customization, which is very unique. The people that are in the town that you're building will be other critters. You can build friendships with the other critters in town, but there is no romance or marriage. This game's focus is mostly on exploration and town building, so make sure you go into it expecting that. You can also dive in the water for treasures, which is very cool and unique, and you can do a lot of crafting, decorating the town. You can even grow crops on your farm in this game, so there is farming, but it's definitely not taking a big, large large focus on the farming, but maybe it's open-ended in a way that you can kind of choose what you want to do. You'll also rescue other critters around the world, and you can invite them to your growing town, which is very, very cool, and it kind of does remind me of Animal Crossing in that way. You can offer them a job when they do come to your town, which is very cool, and it's gonna make the game feel more life simmy and vibrant, as they have something to do in the town when you invite them there. There are also quests in this game which will help uncover the treasures and ancient relics. There's also cooking, fishing, and so much more. This game just feels extremely full, and I'm honestly very surprised, but not surprised at all at the same time, that they're doing early access. I feel like this game has done a really good job getting feedback from the community. How they did their beta thing last September, they allowed me to play the beta and give away keys to the beta, the closed beta, and you could kind of check out the game early on and see what it was like. And even back then, yes, there were bugs, but this game was mostly very polished. So I'm really excited to see now what's going to come of it, and to see if I can really get myself immersed in this gameplay loop. So I'm very excited for Critter Cove, and I will definitely be playing it on my channel, so make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you want to see that. So this game is for you if you love a full game with tons to do and explore. You don't mind that there's no romance, and that the game leans more into town building and exploration through this like open world format. You're also looking for something that feels new and fresh, but also has some familiarity from other popular games like Animal Crossing, Stardew, and Wind Waker. Definitely be on the lookout for this game. And please note that this game is in early access, so if you don't like early access games, that's going to cast this one out for you right away. Early access games are still in development, and they're taking feedback from the community as they play to help improve their game more. I feel like this game is going to do a great job with early access. The next game is Mirthwood, and it wasn't originally in this video. Then I saw my friend Josh tweet about it, and I'm like, this game looks really cool and unique. And this one also has a demo up on Steam right now. Sometimes games will take the demo down after the game is released, so make sure if you're watching this before the release that you go check and see if you can play the demo. I haven't checked out the demo yet, but this game releases on September 11th of 2024, and I do not know the price yet, so I'll make sure to link it below. This game is going to release on Steam. In this game, you have just fled a continent that was swept with war, and now you're in a new land and you have a fresh start. This game promises an immersive medieval fantasy world sandbox that allows you to choose who you want to be. So this sounds very interesting and very cool. It has a very unique art style as well. This game is going to have quests, mysteries that you can investigate. So in this game, you can homestead, you can build a farm, you can plant and harvest crops, you can take care of animals, upgrade your house and facilities, you can craft items and gear and all sorts of things like that. There's also an exploration element to this game where it has an open world concept as well. So there are 6 diverse regions and 3 distinct towns in this game with a ton to discover. And you can also fight in this game. There is combat, so you can use a sword or a bow in real-time combat, and you'll go against a variety of enemies in this game. You can also socialize. You can meet and befriend or insult any NPC in the game, and you can unlock new social interactions as your relationships grow. I didn't see directly if there is romance in this game or marriage, but it looks like there is some type of social interactions that involve romance, so I'm not super sure on that part of it. It's definitely not marketed to be all about the dating and romance if there is that, but it seems very interesting, and I haven't heard it be talked about very much, so definitely check this one out. This one is for you if you are interested in this different setting of the medieval times and fantasy. If you want a fully released game, this one's fully releasing on Steam. Well, and you want something a little different and quirky and a different setting, but also to have those farming elements that we really like in a farming farming life sim. So that is Mirthwood. The next game is called Garden Witch Life, and this is one of the only ones on this list that is actually releasing on multiple platforms. So I think this one's going to be accessible to a lot more people, obviously, which is really, really good for those people who love playing their games on Switch. This game does not have a demo right now. I did play a demo during Steam Next Fest, where Steam highlights a bunch of demos, and the game was pretty interesting. It had a lot of character customization, and it had like even some voice acting, I remember, and it was very colorful. It also had critters, kind of like in Critter Cove, like the NPCs are not all human. This game does have a price point. It's going to be $29.99 with a launch discount. I'm not sure how much the discount will be, and it's releasing on September 12th, 2024 to Steam, Epic Games, Nintendo Switch, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S. In this game, you are a little witch from the big city who has just lost their job. Life didn't go as you expected, but now you get to start anew on a tiny island full of possibilities. You're going to grow a magical garden, you can decorate your ancient treehouse, care for cute creatures, and make friends along the way. You're gonna cook delicious new recipes using your homegrown ingredients and discover a wonderful community, and you're gonna work to make that community thrive even more. This game has no multiplayer at this time. It has similarities to Critter Cove, like I said, in how the other NPCs are these cute little critters. The graphical style of this game is very, very cute. I just remember this one having a lot of character customization, and I remember feeling like I wasn't sure about the character at first, but the more I customized it, the more I really liked my character and how they looked. They're very quirky and silly, but they are cute. There is decorating, cooking, tool and skill upgrading, befriending the characters. It doesn't seem like there is romancing in this game. There's also farming, of course, and I'm not sure about like fishing and other things, but I assume they will have those. This game is for you if you want a cute and cozy experience and you want a game that's fully releasing. Obviously, it's for you if you want a game that you can play on Switch right away. It is launching to the Switch. This game is for you if you don't mind that there's not going to be romance and you're happy to have those cute critters in town with the more fantasy element. In this game, you are interested in decorating and a bigger focus on the farming. This game, I will say, felt a little bit more open-ended and less quest-driven when I played the demo, and I don't always like that in the beginning of the game because I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. So I do remember feeling that way, but it was a demo, and I'm sure the game has had a lot more polish to it since I played that a while back. So I am very curious about this game, and I'm definitely going to try and play this one on my channel as well throughout the month. So definitely check out my channel and follow me on Twitch as well, because I do stream on Twitch and YouTube. The next game I've been excited about for a very long time, and it's called Chef RPG. There is no demo for this game, and this game is releasing September 12th, 2024 in early access on Steam. I am unsure about the price point of this game, but I do know that the price will increase when the game fully launches at the 1.0 release. So if you want to buy this game at a bit of a discount, then you can buy it in early access and either play it right away or wait until the full release comes and then play it. That's always an option. Currently, this game is going to be on Steam only. You are a young chef in this game who has been given the task of reviving Le Sequoia. I don't know if I said that right. A once famous restaurant in White Ash Harbor. You're going to begin your new life in this beautiful seaside town, which was once a thriving tourist destination. You'll hunt, harvest, and shop for ingredients. Along the way, you'll also befriend fascinating locals and help revive the town as a tourist hotspot. Craft your culinary adventure in this open-ended RPG where you can choose how to grow your restaurants. This game does not have multiplayer at this time, but I hope that they'll add that because I think that would be really cool and exciting. This game has a pixel art style. I am a sucker for pixel art style, and I really do like how this pixel art style looks. This game will be in early access for about a year and a half according to the Steam page. There are 3 main story acts that you can expect in early access, and this includes over a dozen multi-phase quests. There are 2 restaurants that you can unlock, customize, and manage. You will do harvesting, hunting, fishing, mining, crafting, research, farming, and brewing in this stage of the early access. And there's going to be a skill tree in this game with 40 unique skills and even a research skill tree as well that includes 36 unique research skills. There's over 20 major characters that you can befriend, and some of which can be romanced, so there is romance in this game. Over 240 recipes will be available to collect, and there are over 30 minor characters, so there's 20 major and 30 minor characters, which I'm not sure how I'll feel about that, but we'll just have to see when I play this game. A dense open world in this game as well to explore, and every building in this game can be entered, which is really nice. So this game is for you if you want something that feels like Stardew Valley, but without all of the farming. Now, there's still farming in this game, but this game is obviously chef RPG, so it's going to focus a lot more on the cooking element, the chef premise. That's the main point of this game. This game is also for you if you don't mind early access games and you understand the premise that these games are still in development under early access. Also, like I mentioned before, this game is for you if you want to buy the game on a discount and also help with the development process and give feedback to the game. The next game is also unique, and it is called Shinehill. There is currently a demo on Steam, so play it now before they possibly take it down. The release date for this one is September 18th in 2024, and it is going to be in early access. The price point for this game I am unsure of, but I do know that the price will increase upon the 1.0 release, and this game is going to be in Steam only as it's going to be an early access game. The story of this game reads: yet again, they dumped the toughest job on you. Now you are on Shinehill Island, where you suddenly replaced one of the new residents. Explore the world, meet charming townspeople, do farming, fishing, cooking, and try not to reveal yourself. Being a spy on an unfamiliar planet, anyone would have greeted with hostility, but you were incredibly lucky. Trusting locals mistook you for a new neighbor and provided you with a house and a plot of land to live on. This game will not have multiplayer at the time of launch. I'm not sure if that will be added, and this game has a much more simplistic pixel art style. I know some people don't like when it's ultra pixelated and they like more detailed pixel art, so definitely look into what the art is like and see if you like it. I like it. I like all pixel art pretty much. This will be in early access for about 6 months to a year according to their Steam page, and the game currently will feature in this first stage of early access the main story and lots of side quests. You'll have 16 characters to meet, and you can befriend them. You're going to learn all about the island's past. You can grow different crops. You can cook food and serve it to the locals. You can have pets in this game. You can catch a lot of fish and do fishing. There are a lot of mini games that will be included. There's mining, and there is combat fighting monsters in caves and on the surface, and you can improve your home. This game is very interesting and definitely has a very different premise and start to a farming sim than I've ever heard. It sounds extremely interesting. It sounds like it has a lot going for it in the early access stage, and it won't be too long of a process for early access. This game is for you if you want something that has this totally unique premise at the start of a farming sim. You are like this spy and you're replacing one of the previous residents. It has an interesting storyline, but it still has the farming and the similar elements. The early access state of this game will not include romancing, but that's something that will come later on with updates at the 1.0 release. So if you buy it now, you have to expect that the game will change a bit at the 1.0 release. So if you're okay with that and you don't mind early access games and what they mean and how they're still in development and all of that, then you might want to buy this game at a discount in early access before it launches fully. The next game is called Ninano Dream Ranch, and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. There is not a demo for this game at this time, and this game is going to release on September 23rd of 2024. I heard about this game from my friend Ellie at the Cozy Gaming Club here on YouTube. I freaking love you, Ellie. So check out Ellie. This game, I did reach out to the dev. I did with a couple games. Some couldn't tell me yet, but this dev responded to me so sweetly, so I'm going to read what they said. They said, I haven't confirmed the price yet, but I think the game price will be between $14.99 and $15.99. The launch discount will be 10%, and it will maybe have a digital OST, and art book will be $4.99 each. Digital OST contains all the music you can hear in the game and a few songs not in the game. The art book contains changes in resources such as character illustrations and buildings, and simple development stories about how I designed it. English is not my first language, so I don't know if this was delivered well. The game dialogues are translated by a professional translation company, so it won't be as awkward as I said right now. So this dev gave me a lot of information about the game, and I'm super excited for this game, and I haven't really heard anyone but Ellie talk about it, and I've been excited about it ever since. And it's not just because there's strawberry cows in it and it's cute pixel art, and it's not just because it's cute and colorful and pastel. It's not. Yeah, it is. It's everything. This game looks so cute and so unique. So the story of this game is that one day, tired from work, you stumble upon an advertisement. It's about seeking someone to work on a ranch in a certain village. Exhausted both physically and mentally, you dream of a laid-back life and decide to head to the ranch. Elves, demons, vampires, and many other residents greet you. Join forces with the residents to build new facilities, invite new neighbors, and make the village lively. In addition, there's fishing, cooking, gathering, dating, and various mini games that are waiting for you. This is going to be a series of games that tells stories outside the city in a fantasy world. You can be friends with different races, including elves, angels, demons, robots, and more. It's a world where amazing animals and plants live and breathe. So Ninano seems like it is the fantasy world, and then Dream Ranch is the first installment of this series. It's set in the ranch. You can raise fantasy animals such as chickens that lay golden eggs and cows that can get strawberry milk. That's really interesting. I don't believe that strawberry cows are a fantasy. They're totally real, but I obliged. This game does not have multiplayer that I know of. It has a simple pixel art style. I think it looks really cute. You can meet different residents, so it has a lot of fantasy elements to it, as the characters you befriend are elves, demons, vampires, angels, and more. And you can become friends or lovers or spouses. You can marry in this game, so it does have that romancing element. You can raise animals, and animals can grow into different types of animals depending on the way that you feed them when they are young little babies. There's a town beautification project that you'll get to help with in this game. You can build various facilities in the village, so it sounds like it has a little bit of like town customization in a way, or like this element of like helping out the town. There is food and cooking in this game as well. You actually have to eat food whenever you're hungry in this game, and if you don't, you will collapse and wake up the next day. There's fishing in this game with over 80 species of fish to catch, and there are festivals, various festivals and competitions that will be held every year in this game, such as the Cherry Blossom Festival, Fireworks Festival, horse racing, and more. So this game is for you if you want something that's more cutesy and pixel art style, but also has a lot of fantasy elements and characters to romance. This one definitely has that priority on the romance compared to some other games in this video. This game is interesting because the animals can grow up differently depending on how you feed them, so I'm very interested in that. I did see strawberry cows in the trailer. When it launches, this game will only be on Steam, so I know that limits some people who play on console. This game will have a focus on farming with the typical elements such as fishing, farming, ranching, cooking, and more. And overall, this game just seems very unique and adorable, and I love the premise, and I cannot wait to check it out. Once these games do release, I will let you know which ones I've played and my thoughts on them in a future video. and in my streams. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel, follow me on Twitch, and I hope this video helped you learn more about each of these games, maybe introduced you to a new one and made it harder for you to make a decision. I hope it didn't make it harder for you to make a decision. And hopefully, I'll see you in my next YouTube video. Bye!